Hello friends, welcome back. We're taking a look at Tezos yet again and starting off on the Bitcoin prices yet again. And if you've been watching along with the show, then you know the story has been similar to Chainlinks, and that the Bitcoin prices also are again operating similar to Chainlinks in the sense that they've come below where we've had a line here of support recently. And of course you can kind of see how that would have happened. I didn't point this out specifically in the Chainlink video, but you know we've had green days over here in Bitcoin, and that's just happens to have panned out to have been more effective really than this red day on the Tezos chart versus the dollar. So there you go. That's led to this overall. Am I anxious about this particularly, having sort of gone down below here? Well, no, not really. We need to break it on a bigger time frame. We do already have a sort of target in mind, you know, if it were to go down the way. But you've also got the heart line of this channel, for instance. You've got various other things that would come into play. You know, you could even make some sort of wedge type formation here. You know, there's so many different ways that you can approach technical analysis. There really are, and I like to take a look at lots of different ways of doing things, really as well, and just kind of try to find key areas, pivot points in the market, and look out for them. And well, you know, look at this. We're in around one at the minute. If we were to break out towards the upside, we could be breaking out of this sort of wedge type thing I just drew in there. No, I don't blame you if you've lost track of it here. Let's make it orange. Orange, here we go, yeah. And if you break down to the heart line in this thing and have a sort of fake out here of this descending triangle, let's make it freaking green. No, green's too bad. Purple, orange, red, more orange, red, pure red. Pure red. Okay, fine, we'll go with that. Yeah, so yeah, you know, you've got that measured move there. Would you want to take the whole thing? Not necessarily, and you've got previous support and resistance in there anyway. So technical analysis mishmash. There you go. Let's take a look at the dollar prices, because they're kind of can be a wee bit more revealing about what's going on. Oh wow, it's magically transformed into a red day on this chart, and we have a green day on that chart and a red day over here. Now, yeah, I've got a channel on this, haven't I? Yes, I do. And how do channels and triangles and all that always work out? Well, they kind of, you know, so often one turns into the other, and here we are. So let's just start off on the triangle jazz and say, yeah, okay, this is an ascending triangle over here, and we could potentially be looking up towards the 21 EMA in there at $1.70. As we know, we're just above on the 24 hours of 200 EMA, which is kind of maybe important to start bringing that into consideration. It's only existed on the chart for a very short period of time. It first appeared back there on the 21st of February. So, you know, here we are, and we've come, it appeared, and we were like, oh, there it is. I found it. Let's go right there immediately. And then they were like, whoa, you went too far, back off, and we've been swerving on the ice ever since here. And you know, okay, so could this offer us up a potential as a potential support here, as we're within the triangle, if we're looking for some sort of trade where we're not being strict with ourselves and going just from the tops and bottoms of the thing, which is the easiest way to trade, probably, then yeah, you could sort of manage it around there. And again, you could look up to the upside, or you could say, hey, if we break below that, then maybe we're going to go down to 140 or something like that, which isn't too bad. You know, you're still looking at 5%. Over here then, let's go back to Channeltopia, and shall we get rid of this and replace it with an actual channel instead of the yellow lines, because we know that the colors are annoying. Now, this is a hard one to draw in, because, you know, I'm forcing the issue here with this thing, but there it is. And you can see, oh look, the 200 simple here already acted as support, and then we've come up here towards the heart line of this channel, and we can look now. Profit taking targets, I suppose, if we were to break above this median line, would be of course at the 170 area. There we have a 236 Fibonacci retracement. Should we want to exceed and go beyond, then they've got the 55 coming in at the top of this channel here. That would be the greedy target. Of course, we could also look back down towards the 200 simple here at 145, or indeed the bottom of the channel here at 140 in terms of profit taking targets to that side. Is there anything else left to say here on this thing? You know, if in truth we're actually consolidating really overall, in a slightly upward style, you know, flag movement for potentially, or we're still consolidating within a parallel triangle. We could draw one on here, a symmetrical triangle. Shall we do it just for the lols of the subjective nature of these things? Yes, let's do it. Oh, are all lines going to be red from now on? Maybe they are. Welcome to the channel. You get some sort of symmetrical type triangle here. if you wanted, you could. There we go, there's one there. And we can go over here and, well, there's nothing on that one. And we've got our ascending triangle over here. So, of course, the subjective nature is really kicking in here right across the board. So I'm going to leave it with you guys for your technical analysis. No, I'm just kidding. This is the technical analysis. It's the decision making I'm going to leave with you as ever, because I'm not a financial advisor. None of this financial advice. It's always on you whenever you make a success and all the rest of it. I'm just here as a spirit guide as we go looking at the charts together. So anyway, I think that's going to kind of sum us up for where we are. What have you said though, Rocky? What have you said? Well, basically, we're still in this just to wrap up, I wasn't very clear. We're still in this zone here, and we will potentially be for quite a while. And there are targets that I mentioned earlier in terms of 150, 140 to the downside, and 170, 180 to the upside are the targets. Thanks very much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next episode. Hopefully things will be less sort of, like this is nothing. Currently, we're still obviously in because just having this consolidation period after a downward move, and these things can very often continue to the downside. Who knows? Let's see how things pan out in the world, perhaps. Yeah, thanks very much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next episode.